So, I decided to watch the animated series of Aladdin back on my winter break. I ranted about it on my community, and I ranted about the messages that are present in the animated series of Aladdin, and then comparing them to Twilight. But I've decided to post it now on YouTube because the discussion of Disney movies came up again up on my community. Alright, so here it is. I have no idea what episode I was watching when I realized something. That this little cartoon from the mid-90s that got modest at best ratings has more value for its viewers than Twilight does for its readers. I know that's not saying much, but it makes me a little sad. Because Twilight is a book, it automatically has a higher status than something that's been animated. It's a sad fact, for anime fans mostly, that something animated is often labeled just for kids simply because it's animated. Now, of course, the series of Aladdin was for children, but I'm just ranting a bit about status, I guess. Okay, so there are clear messages in the animated series of Aladdin that are common in all types of media for children, like all types of movies and TV shows for kids, like, the value of inner beauty, bravery, sacrifice, friendship, the power of love, and responsibility. Does Twilight even have that going for it? Twilight teaches the value of outer beauty without taking care to think about inner beauty even once. Plus, I can't think of a single truly brave act in the whole series that a character performs. And what's friendship to anybody in Twilight? No one really cares about that. All anybody cares about is romantic companionship. Does Bella or Edward ever take responsibility for a single one of their morally questionable actions? Never. And they get what they want by doing pretty horrible things, I think. And plus, there's even more than that to the animated series of Aladdin. They tackled themes like environmentalism, politics, intellect versus emotion, the cost of power, gender roles, the effect of major life choices, fate, and free will. And again, does Twilight have any of that at all? Now do you get why I'm kind of sad? It makes me want to give up right now. Kind of. I haven't even gotten to talking about why Jasmine is a better role model for little girls than Bella is for teenage girls. I'll be brief about that. Jasmine is able to kick ass without a big deal being made about it. You know how in some stories with strong female characters, a girl has to prove she's as good as one of the boys, and it's pointed out all the time that she is? That isn't done with Jasmine. It's taken for granted that she gets as much respect as the other character. The only time she proves herself is when she does so to a villain. Remember Mosenrath, guys? Aladdin gets captured. Mosenrath thinks Jasmine can't do anything to rescue him. But Jasmine goes to rescue Aladdin despite what Mosenrath thinks. And, when you watch something you liked when you were little and you thought all the jokes were funny when you were like 5, and, 5-year-olds will laugh at anything, but, if you watch the movie that you thought was so funny then, now that you're older, that you just roll your eyes at it. But really, a lot of the jokes in Aladdin to me are still funny. There's intelligent humor in it, which is surprising, I guess. Here's an example. Genie once said something like, "Okay, guys, I promise not to do anything stupid till we all agree on it." And Iago's response to that was, "Oh, that's some good reasoning. Did you ever consider going into politics?" And is there anything even half as clever as that in Twilight? I mean, sad, right? But really, Twilight doesn't take... One thing that about Stephenie Meyer just pisses me off about her is that she doesn't take responsibility for the things that she's teaching these girls. The girls who read her books. She doesn't take responsibility for what she's teaching them. And she is, even if she won't admit it, even if, the Twitards can't, comprehend that they are being taught, they are. Medium... The books that we read, the movies that we watch, has an effect on us, for better or for worse. In my case, I think it was for better. Like, for me, I've been watching Star Trek since I was 3 years old, and I honestly cannot say that Star Trek hasn't had a giant effect on me, because it has. A lot of the ways that I see the world now has been shaped by Star Trek, by X-Files, by Buffy. I was watching Buffy when I was 8. I watched the first episode when it originally aired, and God, Joss Whedon is just such this giant effect on my life. And so, yes, I just really think that Meyer should take responsibility for what she teaches girls with her books. Okay, so that's enough pissed off ranting for today about Aladdin. Oh, I have to say that Aladdin, yes, is my favorite Disney movie. Still is. Jasmine is my favorite Disney princess, and I do like her a lot. I always have, ever since I was little. She was a role model to me when I was a little girl, and I thank God that she wasn't developed or written like she was supposed to be originally. Like, she was supposed to be this selfish brat and something, but yeah, I can see a lot of Ted Elliott and Terry Rossio's effect on her, because they wrote they partially wrote the screenplay for Aladdin, and I love Ted and Terry a lot. I think they're awesome. Okay. Auf Wiedersehen.